Chris, you good? Good. Okay, we're ready. Great. Okay. Hi, good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Lincoln School. Mr. Gare, thank you for having us again 2 weeks in a row. We're so thrilled to be here on our tour. So welcome to the Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education meeting today, Monday, March 25th, 2024. The board met this evening in executive session at 6 o'clock p.m. Actually, it was at 5:30 p.m., so let the agenda stand to be corrected. At 5:30 p.m. here at Lincoln Elementary School in the faculty room at 18 Crane Street, Caldwell, New Jersey. The purpose of that meeting was to discuss personnel, litigation, miscellaneous, and old business matters. This meeting has been advertised and is in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. The matters discussed will be made public when confidentiality is no longer required, and formal action pursuant to said discussion shall take place only at a meeting to which the public has been invited. Thank you, Chris. The Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education public conference meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act and is taking place right now at 7:05 p.m. here in the multi-purpose room at Lincoln School, 18 Crane Street, Caldwell, New Jersey. The Board of Education meeting is streamed live, but all community questions and comments will be welcomed here in person. So again, the meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. Notices have been sent to the Progress in Caldwell, New Jersey, the Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, and Tap Into West Essex. Notices have also been posted at the Board of Education Business Office, Harrison School Building, Gray Street, West Caldwell, and have been delivered to the clerks of the Borough of Caldwell and the Township of West Caldwell for posting. Mouthful. Brian, can you please take the roll?
Yes. Student Representative Madeline Alberta.
Here. Maddie.
Ms. DiMartini.
Here.
Ms. Lindolfi Jefferson.
Here.
Ms. Mack.
Here.
Mr. Diambola. Here. Ms. Grosso.
Here.
We have 5 voting members present. We have a quorum.
Terrific. Now we're going to welcome our friends from Lincoln School to do the salute to the flag, Pledge of Allegiance. Can you come on up? And can everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Before you, what's your name, sweetheart?
Emma.
Emma, thank you. We have a little something for you after, so when we take a break, we're going to call you back up. Thank you so much. Great job, Emma. Okay, Brian, are there any communications for the board this evening?
There were none.
Okay, great. Okay, so then we're going to go to the superintendent's report.
I'd like to ask Mr. Gare to come up to the microphone. He's going to be in charge of my report tonight.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Conklin, and welcome to Lincoln School, everybody. Thank you to the Board of Ed for coming to Lincoln School once again. It's a pleasure having you here. Tonight, for the superintendent's report, I'm going to step in and congratulate the 3 Geography B winners from the Caldwell-West Caldwell Elementary Schools. I'll give you a quick background on this. I believe we presented on this last year as well, but for those of you that don't know, the Geography B is something that started about 10 years ago. There's a student, he's now a freshman in college, Josh Scott. He was a Wilson School student, and he used to pester the principal at Wilson School, Mr. Kina, about having a Geography B. And finally, Mr. Kina broke down and started at Wilson School, and it was such a success that we decided to take it to all 4 elementary schools. And here's how it works. We've been doing this for roughly 9 years, I'd say. Each classroom, grades 3 through 5 across the district, have classroom and grade level competitions. We take the top 4 students from each grade, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, at each school. So that brings 12 students from each school together at their school for a school-wide competition. It's nice. It's like a game show, a little assembly. And then the top 3 students from each school get a trophy, get recognized, and then they go on to a district-wide competition, which this year was held a few weeks ago, the end of February, at Washington School, hosted by Mr. Adamo and his staff. And it was a terrific event. It went very long. It was very competitive. I think possibly one of the more competitive Geography Bs that we had. And our top 3 students in the district are all here tonight to be recognized. We want to congratulate all the students for participating, and certainly these top 3 students. I'm going to call them up and Gentlemen, they're all gentlemen. Please come on up here and we'll give you a round of applause. In third place from Wilson School was Joey Dillon. Second place from Lincoln School, Alex Natoli. And the overall district champion for 2024 is from Jefferson School, Nick Aquino. Come on up. Congratulations.
Take a little break.
So we're going to take a quick break so we can take a picture with the three of you and give Emma her certificate, take a quick picture with her, and then we're going to move on with the Lincoln School presentation for the evening, okay? So let's do that real quick.
Conclude my presentation for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Conklin. Okay, tonight we're the host school, and we were asked to put on a presentation of some current happenings here at Lincoln School, so I just want to thank everybody for taking their time to come and join us tonight. At Lincoln School, we have a motto. It's on the mural on the presentation, that we all belong, and tonight you all belong here at Lincoln School. It means a lot for us that you took time to come join us here. So, yes, you may want to turn around.
You worked really hard on this. I want to make sure.
Of course. Take your time. No, that's good. All right, so you're going to hear a little bit about some of the happenings here and what makes us Lincoln School. First, there are 3 ingredients for a successful school, in my opinion. I share this at Back to School Night with my community, and I feel that our school and all the schools in the district, of course, have these 3 ingredients. We have wonderful students. We try to keep them happy here at Lincoln School, and they generally are. We have an extremely professional and dedicated faculty. I'm really honored to work with them. They're a pleasure to work with. And we have families that are highly engaged, highly supportive, communicate openly with us. And when we put these 3 ingredients together, we really have a wonderful school here. We do our best to push our students, but support them in a nurturing environment. You're going to hear from these 3 groups tonight through this presentation. First, I have one video. It's the only one, a 1-minute video about we ask students, one from each grade level, what do they like about Lincoln School? So we're going to watch this video, and hopefully it sounds okay.
Hi, my name is Evie, and what I like about Lincoln School is ice cream day. Hi, my name is Hannah. This is what I like about Lincoln School. I like music and I like to play outside. This is why I love Lincoln School. It's all because of the teachers, because they're really nice, and it's because they're all really fun, and I also like PE. on the loudspeaker, and we get a gift card to Barnes & Noble.
Alright, I'm ready. Hi, my name is Jack Fitzgerald, and I really like the playground at Lincoln School. Yeah, it's really fun, and I also like the art projects that we do here. I really like art, and the projects just feel like they're just like popping out to me.
Thank you. So those were from our students. You're going to hear from some teachers and some parents as well here. We have very, very active parent organization. So I'm not going to read this to you. I brainstormed a list of things that take place here, some special programs and activities at Lincoln School. Many of these take place across all 4 schools and schools across the country, of course. But tonight I'm going to highlight a few that maybe pertain a little bit more to, that take place just at Lincoln School to give us our own little personality. And one thing that we do here that I'm very proud of is we teach our students to focus on service projects, on helping others, helping those in our school, in our community, and in our country. And you're going to hear a little bit about that throughout the next few slides. I'm going to introduce 2 teachers, Mr. Villanella and Mrs. Stevens, who volunteer their time to facilitate what's called the K-Kids Club.
We enjoy doing K-Kids. K-Kids is a group, it's Kiwanis for elementary school kids. And we do it for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. So they give up their recess once a month. And we just had 3rd grade, 4th grade will be this week, and then 5th grade will be the following week when we get back. And we do service projects. We did a toy collection, we did color pages that are actually sent out. Our last thing that we're currently doing is we're doing posters for the school that will be hanging up, and we'll be talking about good sportsmanship, how to be kind to others, and then we will also be working on other fundraisers, not fundraisers, but different service projects as well that they pick out.
And this is our 2nd year sharing a classroom together, and when I saw how engaged the students were in the program and how empowered they were to make decisions on their own, I knew I needed to be a part of it. So thanks a lot for letting me join.
Another project that we're proud of is a Thanksgiving food drive, which is not uncommon to take place at schools around the country. But what makes ours a little bit special is that this one is actually organized by our 5th grade students. And what we do at Lincoln School for Thanksgiving is we collect everything a family would need for a Thanksgiving meal except the turkey. So appetizer, side dishes, dessert. We put it in a box, so a family gets the box with everything except the turkey. The town provides the turkey, actually, in Caldwell. And the students decorate the boxes and they write special messages, anonymous messages to families to wish them well, and enjoy the holiday. So that's something that we take pride in, and the kids load the boxes right into a truck here at Lincoln School each year. So those are photos of this year's 5th grade class. Some more evidence of the service projects that take place here. We have had, under my tenure here, 3 Eagle Scout projects at Lincoln School. All 3 were created by former Lincoln students. So the bottom left, you can see that's our butterfly garden, which was created by Andrew Coleman. Andrew's in college now. And unlike many gardens that are built in school properties, which look good for a year and then sort of turn into weed gardens, this one looks good every year. So whatever Andrew did, I recommend you follow his lead. The large picture in the front, that was our first project. That was done by Matthew Courtwright. It's our outdoor classroom. It's literally on the front lawn if you're looking at the school on the left side, and teachers use it all the time. And when the weather's good, teachers go out there and read with the kids, do little lessons. There's a little board out there, and that was a beautiful project. And then in the top right corner, if you look in the very top right, you'll see a map of the United States that was painted by Aidan Lashak. He was the valedictorian 2 years ago at James Caldwell High School. And he put that right in our blacktop, and the kids love it. I love it. I'm a little bit of a map geek, so we play games on that. So this is an example of our kids learning, hopefully a little bit from us, coming back, giving back to our community. So we're very proud of that. Shifting gears a little bit away from service learning, we're also proud of our cooperation and our participation with parents. Approximately 10 years ago, we started a program called Parents as Reading Partners. We're about 4 times a year. It's very simple. We invited parents in just to read with students in the classroom, get a little information about what the teacher would like to share with them, and have some fun. And it's evolved a little bit. After COVID, when we came back, we brought it back, except instead of doing Parents as Reading Partners, across all four elementary schools in the district, we have parents as learning partners. So teachers have some autonomy. Sometimes the parents will come in and read. Sometimes they'll work on math games. They may go through a writing celebration or a poetry cafe or something like that. But our attendance in this school is near 100% for the 4 times we do it per year. So we're very proud of that. Shifting gears again to technology, I want to thank the Board of Ed in the last few years. Every classroom at Lincoln School is equipped with a Promethean board, including the art music room and our library, and these are used all the time. The bottom right corner, you see students working on iPads. Like all the students in the district now, we're one-to-one, meaning every student has a device. That's come to great use. And then the top right corner, that's actually my favorite right now. That's our new security system, which isn't that exciting to the kids and whatnot. But I can't tell you, we jumped like 3 centuries to where we are now. We are fully secure. I can see everything surrounding the building, all the hallways, all the stairwells, all the entrances, and the cameras don't lie. So if something happens, I can find it real quick and see it. So I appreciate the board for supporting that for us. It's been a big help, and I've used it, so thank you. All right, shifting gears again, we're very proud. We teach the whole student here. Yes, we're very interested in how they learn to read and write and do math, but we're very proud of our fine arts and musical program, and you're going to hear a little bit of that tonight. But we do take our concerts very seriously. In fact, today we had a beginning string recital. It was packed. I think we have 55 students who are learning string instruments for the first time this year, so it's very popular. In the bottom right corner, I'm going to hit play. There's no sound. It's like a 10-minute video, but I'm going to explain what it is first. It's part of our art show from a couple of years ago. It's a glow-in-the-dark section, and this year our art show is April 12th, and it's going to be fully called a glow show. It's going to be neon paintings. We're going to get the hallway really black and dark and have some black lights in there, and it's going to look just like you see in the bottom right corner here with all the students' artwork. Mrs. Kaufman's fantastic. Pretty cool. Another very popular program we have here, maybe our most popular, is called USA Day. So let me explain what this is if you're not familiar with this. Each year, the Wednesday before Memorial Weekend, we invite in veterans to our school, actually on the front lawn, right outside. We decorate the school with red, white, and blue, and our entire student body dresses red, white, and blue, as you see. And each grade sings a song or reads a poem or does a special skit for the veterans. The veterans we invite receive handwritten letters from our 5th grade students. After the songs and the poems and whatnot, the veterans go into this room, this gym, and they sit with the students for about a half hour who wrote them the letters, and they chit-chat and learn from them. And it's just such a beautiful event. It's open to the public. It's right on the front lawn on May 22nd this year, the Wednesday before Memorial Weekend. And I want to give you a little sample of what it's like to be at USA Day. So I'm going to introduce our music teacher, Mrs. Coppola, and 4 of our 5th grade students. Mrs. Coppola?
Hello, good evening, everyone. USA Day is a really wonderful event that is unique to Lincoln School. This is a great time that we can get together with the veterans in the community and really give them our thanks for their service. I have some special guests tonight that have prepared a patriotic song. May I please have Wissam, Madison, Antonio, and Jack to the podium.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious sky.
Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Next up, I'm going to introduce our HSA president and vice president. I just can't compliment our HSA enough. Every time we ask for something, they say yes. They are very student-centered. They've come up with some really creative ways to support our students here. They're going to speak about that tonight. I'd like to call Mrs. Laganigro and Mrs. Pezol to the microphone, please.
Hi, thank you. I'm Taryn Laganigro, president of the Lincoln HSA. We are really proud of a lot of the programs that we have at Lincoln, and we kind of put them into a few different buckets. One is to foster the relationships between our staff, teachers, and administration. We really feel like we have hit the jackpot at Lincoln School as far as teachers and administration. I mean, if you pull up to drop off any morning, Mr. Gayer's asking the kids about things he remembers them saying the day before. Our teachers continually go above and beyond, and all of our staff. So we really try hard to make sure that we're showing appreciation. We've added some enhancements to the break room this year, including a water station. We try to sprinkle in some little holiday treats, and we really feel like we have outstanding communication between the teachers and the parents as far as for what they need to support the activities that they're running, like field day and the art show and more. We usually don't have a hard time getting volunteers for programs like that. We also love to create programming for this experience of the students. So we love our Fun at Lunch program and our cultural arts program. And those committees really try hard to make sure we have a blend of different types of activities. So, you know, for kids who like sports and more educational activities and arts, we try to make sure everyone has something that they can enjoy. This year, something that was really exciting is our fundraising was really good. So we were able to give all students a $10 gift card to Barnes & Noble on Leap Day. They all were very excited about that, and we loved being able to do that. And we were able to replenish some of our indoor and outdoor recess equipment this year as well. We do, as Mr. Gayer mentioned, have a lot of parent engagement. In 2022, parents started bringing back what had stopped a few years before COVID, which is our holiday fair being more of a craft fair. So the parents started working in like August, creating crafts and getting donations from the community. And it's really allows the students to pick out a really personalized gift for the people that they are shopping for. We have our family fun nights that students and parents and siblings can come to, and we try to make those no cost, other than maybe some pizza. But we love those community events. And then we have usually pretty good turnouts to our parent night out activities and our class teas. So we're proud of our community here at Lincoln for the HSA. And I just wanted to mention that outside of Lauren and I, our treasurer is Lauren Benyo, our secretary is Carrie Dotter, and our committee liaison, we're going to come up with a better name for that next year, is Vicky Jengo. So thank you. And And I just wanted to talk about our favorite program here at Lincoln. We started it a year and a half ago. One of our parents actually came to Mr. Gayer with the idea. His name is Jason Fitz. He brought this idea of making sure at Lincoln School that we didn't have any students left behind from, because of a financial reason. And this was his brainchild, but I'm happy to explain it to you all today. So we all kind of got together, a few members of an anonymous committee got together to kind of brainstorm how we could set this up. The program is fully anonymous, so Mr. Gayer and our school counselor are the only ones who know which students need the support, and they'll just come to us and say, we need funding for half-day bagels for 9 students this year, and we'll get that money to them. It's a completely separate fund from our HSA fund, so it's a separate drive that we run with our parents where they are able to donate directly to the fund, and then we use it throughout the year. In 2022, we were able to provide school supplies for students, Chromebooks for home, to stay at home for school communications, half-day bagels, ice cream Fridays. We wanted to make sure that students weren't not participating in things that they saw their peers getting to enjoy. We were able to give some money to some shopping money at the book fair, and the same thing with the holiday fair. We handed out Valentine cards this year, instrument rental fees, sports registration fees. So we try to think like outside of school, what are students wanting to participate in, and as well as Lincoln apparel. We got such an incredible response from our Lincoln school community, and we're really excited about that. This program also led to some changes being made around funding for musical instruments and providing hotspots for families who don't have internet access. So, and then we've heard that some other schools are starting to implement a program at their schools as well. So we're very excited, and we're always available to kind of talk through that and help get it going. And that's our program.
All right, thank you. One more slide. So I'm going to give out 2 certificates tonight for the Lincoln School Unsung Heroes of the Year, and they're both here tonight. And they're unsung heroes because most people, unless they interact with them directly, don't know them and don't know what they do for our school. But our school functions very well because of people like Mrs. Kastner and Mrs. Campion, and I'm just going to talk about both of them, and then we'll have them come up for their certificates. So Mrs. Kastner is a substitute, so she is employed, I guess, technically by the Board of Ed by being a substitute, and substitutes don't get recognized very frequently. But let me tell you what it's like to be a sub, even though I never did it. You get a phone call at 6 in the morning, and you find out what your day is going to be like, and it could be anything, and that's challenging. Mrs. Kastner is at Lincoln School all the time. In fact, right after the COVID lockdown, we were allowed to have sort of a floating sub for several months, or maybe a year, I don't remember, and she came every day, and she took every single job with COVID going on, and she never says no. She never said no, she still never says no. When I say no, I mean she's acted as a secretary, an aide, a lunch aide, a kindergarten teacher, a phys ed teacher, a music teacher, Spanish teacher, whatever. She'll do anything. I text her, and her family's here right now, so they, Mr. Kastner and their son Michael can back this up. I'll text her at 6 in the morning frequently. Can you come in? I need you to do this. She usually responds back by 6:05. Yes, I'll be there, no problem. So she not only that, she knows the kids like I do. She knows all the kids. She kind of likes those kids with a little fire in their eyes too. Like she really connects with everybody, and we need people like that in our field. But she's not recognized by most people because she's not a classroom teacher, and we don't know who she is. She doesn't live in town. So I really wanted to recognize her for her incredible efforts there. Let's hold off, and I'm gonna talk about Mrs. Campion now, and then we'll have them both come up. Mrs. Campion, my guess is some of you know Mrs. Campion. She used to have 3 children in the school district. Is she here, by the way? There she is. She came in a little late. I saw that. She has 3 daughters who went through the schools. She lives around the corner here. She started, I didn't know Marianne until her youngest daughter was in 4th grade. And then when Megan started here in 4th grade is when I got to know who she was. Megan is now 19, I guess, right? Today's her birthday. So Mrs. Campion is the person, if you've driven around town over spring break, that has a caravan of little people, including the 6-passenger, literally, stroller, the middle school kids, the infants, and everything in between. And some of you might be thinking, well, why am I recognizing a babysitter? Well, that's not why I'm recognizing Mrs. Campion. I'm recognizing her because I can't tell you how many times as a principal I've had a family come to me in a stressful pinch. Hey, I'm new to this school. I'm new to this country. I'm a single parent. I have a job interview. I don't know what to do with my kid. I don't know anybody, or I don't speak English. Help me. No problem. I call Marianne Campion. She says yes, and that's it. The story ends, and that's why you see her literally with up to, I don't even want to say it. It's probably breaking the law, but a lot of kids walking around, and she drops them off in the morning with all the little babies. She picks them up after school. If the kids forget their lunch or their instrument or their Stanley cup, She brings it to school, and she lives right around the corner, and it helps our school function. And once again, she never says no. She's here to help. She's not employed by the Board of Ed, but I think I couldn't function without her. We really couldn't. We couldn't function without Marianne. So Antonia Kastner and Marianne Campion, can you please come up for your certificates for the Unsung Hero Awards? And that concludes our program. Thank you so much.
We're going to take a minute break. You want to come up and take some pictures?
So we'll do the kids and then we'll do the unsung heroes.
Yep.
Yeah. Meeting that I think like everybody on the board up here can realize, like, a lot of the stuff that we do behind the scenes has a lot to do with budgets and policies and big picture stuff, and it's really been so amazing this year being able to come to the buildings and experience the community and being with the kids. It really is like the feel good moments that really makes all of this stress that we undergo up here worth it. Mr. Gare, I will say that this community here is so special, and the example comes from the top, and that comes back to you. You are a treasure to our district. You know how we all feel about you. And you know, you'll celebrate others before you acknowledge yourself, but on behalf of the board, we want you to know how much we love you and appreciate you and value you here. To Robin and Mr. Villanova, like what you give to your students, I know you're representing all of your colleagues here tonight, but just K-Kids and the way you give back, we thank all of you, and we value all of the teachers here at Lincoln School, so thank you for that. Yeah, and Mrs. Capola as well. Mrs. Capola, thank you so much. It's very difficult, right? I mean, we were at Music Marathon, a bunch of us this weekend listening to, and it starts here, right? Providing children with a love of music and the arts, so thank you too for being a part of that for our students. And for continuing on USA Day, which is amazing. To our HSA, to Taryn and Lauren and your whole committee, your colleague, your group, you're unsung heroes, right? It's homeschool association. You need that partnership. I know Mr. Gare values you, but what you do and the example that you've set at Lincoln School for the other HSAs throughout the district, it's amazing. And when you talk about like change partners, like being change agents, you're the role models for the kids. Like what you're doing here, you're modeling for your own children and others. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And finally, to our unsung heroes of this evening, I think Marianne left. I think she snuck out. But, you know, Marianne Campion is, I mean, more than, you know, Mr. Gare, that's one side of her. The other side of her that a lot of us know is the Education Foundation. So all of the hard work that she has dedicated 4 years behind the scene, giving money and opportunities to teachers to grow is phenomenal. And Mrs. Castor, I got to tell you, Mr. Gare, sorry, you're not, you might not live in our community, but you're a vital part of the heartbeat of this community. So thank you so much for all of you. And the Lincoln School Leopards, the students, you're awesome, right? You're awesome. We're so excited. So thank you so much for letting us hear. This was wonderful. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Conklin, anything else right now?
Thank you, Mr. Gare. That concludes my report.
Great. Okay, now we're going to go on to some business. We got a lot of committee reports tonight, so we're going to move on first. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Mack for Finance and Facilities update.
Thank you. The Finance and Facilities Committee met last week on March 18th from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Lincoln School. Board committee members present included President Julianne Grosso and myself, Danielle Mack. Superintendent Dr. Christopher Conklin and Business Administrator Brian McCarthy were present from the administration. The committee reviewed all finance and facility agenda items for this meeting. It was noted the board would vote to submit the tentative fiscal year 2025 budget at last week's meeting. Some highlights from the meeting included adjustments to curriculum budget, maintenance budgets, capital equipment purchases, and technology and consultant spending, allowing the local tax levy for the fiscal year 2025 operating budget to increase by 1.8%. which is below the 2% statutory cap. The board recognizes the need to be fiscally responsible and at the same time prioritizing the needs of our students and our teachers always. The board continues to discuss restructuring professional development to include more in-house turnkey teaching from our talented staff rather than outsourcing PD. The board continues to have discussions about how the Smart Academy program is structured and budgeted in order to maximize the number of students who we touch, and we hope to increase more positive outcomes to the greatest extent possible. In addition, instructional coaching positions will be absorbed back into the classroom. Teachers will be reassigned to open teacher roles within the district. The public hearing and adoption of the fiscal year 2025 budget, once approved by the Department of Education, is scheduled for May 6th at James Caldwell High School. The advertised budget will be available on the district's website no later than 4 days before the May 6th meeting. That's my report.
Great, thank you. Any questions from the board? Okay, we're going to move on next to curriculum. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Greenlee.
Hi there. So on March 15th, 2024, we met from 12 to 1 via Google Meet. It was myself, Dr. Conklin, Ms. Lanzafi Jefferson, Assistant Superintendent Caitlin Jones, Ms. Alina Jacobs, and Mr. Jamil Bahuddin. And the purpose of our meeting was to discuss instructional programs, proposals, and partnerships. We started off by discussing the staff had recently solicited and analyzed feedback from both instructional staff, administrators, and students to inform our plans for next year. Staff provided feedback to discuss 2024 to 2025 professional development plan, which included an expressed interest in continuing Wellness Wednesdays. Additionally, student feedback after a recent high school visit for the Biotechnology Day through Science to Science led us to also explore a partnership with our middle school to provide hands-on experimental learning opportunities in the sciences. The school district is actively developing an affiliation agreement with the University of Scranton to expand opportunities for a practicum and student teaching opportunities, which is very exciting. We discussed curriculum, instruction, and assessments in science. where we learned about support. We're continuing to support our children's growth in science this year, and grades 6 to 8 have piloted practice tests with the new Lincoln benchmarks. The JCHS is in the process of finalizing their book options for their One School, One Book initiative this summer, and currently they are considering I'm Just a Kid with an IEP to support the core value of inclusion, which would also include inviting a local author to speak to the students next fall. This summer we are planning to offer a full credit geometry course for current Algebra 1 students to help advance students through the math sequence. You will see online under the second grade asynchronous health lesson updates, there is a brain pop that was no longer accessible. So they're using a different resource there, which you can find for that asynchronous lesson. And I just want to review one other thing that we discussed a few meetings ago about Lincoln School here. As many of you know, we discussed that Lincoln School was selected for how you all supported students through the COVID pandemic. And recently, many of the staff, I believe yourself included, Mr. Gare, were interviewed, and there's going to be a statewide convening and report that will be available for all to read, but it really highlighted the instructional leadership here, resources, partnerships with the HSA, families as learning partners, and also the talent recruitment, hiring, and development that all of us are really excited to learn from. So just worth mentioning again and again, because it was just such a wonderful accomplishment. So thank you. And our next meeting will be April 12th. So that's all.
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, then I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Landolfi Jefferson for policy.
The committee met virtually on March 12th. Present at the meeting were Dr. Conklin, Mr. McCarthy, committee chair Ms. Terry Greenlee, and vice chair myself, Maurice Landolfi Jefferson. The committee reviewed 2 new policies for therapy dogs and service animals. These policies are being added proactively in case we plan to have a therapy dog or if a student requires a service animal. The committee reviewed and discussed the revisions to the equal employment anti-discrimination practices, equal employment opportunities, and equal employment opportunity complaint procedures.
Any questions or comments? Okay, great. Before we move on, just 2 things of note to mention to finish out the President's report. The music marathon was this weekend at James Caldwell High School. We want to congratulate all the students at the high school that participated. There were the large groups, orchestra band, the concert chorus, the madrigal singers, just small group individual performances. It was really a spectacular day. It was horrible outside, but James Caldwell High School was booming with music and talent, and it was wonderful, so congratulations. We also got to see a highlight of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which is coming to GCMS in the middle of May. Tickets will be going on sale soon. The cast will be performing at the Board of Ed meeting in April, so that's at Washington School where we'll be headed next. So please come to our Washington School meetings and see the cast of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. It's going to be adorable. It was wonderful. And that concludes the President's. Oh, one more piece of business. The board meetings were supposed to be Monday, April 22nd and Monday, April 29th. Because Passover begins April 22nd, we have agreed to move the board meeting, to be respectful to everyone, to Wednesday, April 24th. So the new dates are April 24th, Wednesday, and then Monday, April 29th, and we will be at Washington School. I'll announce that again at the end of the meeting. Okay? And that concludes the President's report. So we're going to move on. So may I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
And can I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. Brian, can you take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Mr. Diambola,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Great, so we're going to move on to public comments on agenda items only. Public participation shall be governed by the following. The participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface comments by an announcement of their name and address. Statements are to be limited to 3 minutes duration. Participant may speak no more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. We do not have our little spiel in our agenda this evening, so I'm going to move to my agenda from last week so I can read it, just to remind all of us. Thank you. Yep. Boards use the public comment period of the meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, but not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session or a cross-examination between the public and individual members. Please be aware that not all issues brought before the board this evening will be resolved. Boards may respond to public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, and/or terminate a participant's comments if they exceed the allotted time or are objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during public comment. Does anyone have any public comment right now on agenda items only, please? No? Okay. Okay, great. Then we're going to move on to voting. So we're going to start Terry, curriculum and technology whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm getting to my page.
I know.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motions to approve items A through G under curriculum and technology on this evening's agenda.
Great. And can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
I'll second.
Okay. Brian, when you're ready, can you take the roll, please?
Yes. Ms. DeMartini?
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson?
Yes.
Ms. Mack?
Yes.
Mr. Diambola?
Yes.
Ms. Grosso?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
First, you're going to do personnel?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Diambola, hand over personnel, please.
Upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motion to approve items A through O under certificated and items A through F under non-certificated and personnel under this evening's agenda.
Great. And can we have a second, please?
I'll second.
Brian, whenever you're ready, please.
Ms. DeMartini?
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson?
Yes.
Ms. Mack?
Yes.
Mr. Diambola?
Yes.
Ms. Grosso?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
You ready? Ms. Mack, finance and facilities.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motions to approve items A through M under finance and item A under facilities on this evening's agenda.
And can we have a second, please?
Second it.
Brian, whenever you're ready.
Yes. Ms. DeMartini?
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson?
Yes.
Ms. Mack?
Yes.
Mr. Diambola?
Yes.
Ms. Grosso?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
And policy, reset.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motion to approve items A and B under policy on this evening's agenda.
And can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Brian, whenever you're ready.
Ms. DeMartini?
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson?
Yes.
Ms. Mack?
Yes.
Mr. Diambola?
Yes.
Ms. Grosso?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Great. Now we're going to enter public comments on things off the agenda. If you saw something on the agenda that just came to and you want to get up, no one's going to stop you. This is kind of free for all. Again, just to reiterate, participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface comments by an announcement of their name and address. Statements are to be limited to 3 minutes duration. Participant may speak no more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. Again, boards use the public comment period of this meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, but not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session or a cross-examination between the public and individual members. Be aware that not all issues brought before the board this evening will be resolved. Boards may respond to the public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, or terminate a participant's comments if they exceed the allotted time or are objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during public comment. Would anyone like to get up and address the board this evening? Yeah, let's ask.
Hi everyone. Jennifer Cacci, 101 Fairfield Avenue, West Caldwell.
Alyssa Rogers, 3 Longmeadow Lane, West Caldwell.
Hi, Hi, everybody. Alyssa and I are the parent facilitators for the Caldwell-West Caldwell CPAG group, the Special Ed Parent Advisory Group. We have two things we wanted to announce, one of which is coming up actually tomorrow. We have posted some flyers on social media and have also been sent out via Genesis and sort of the blast emails. Tomorrow at James Caldwell High School at the library, we're having a presentation by Brave Wings Therapy, which is located in Fairfield, New Jersey. They are an agency that services children. They focus on speech therapy, ABA. They actually have a preschool program, a lot of services for children with varying needs. And they are giving a presentation titled Muscle Motor Connections, How to Help Your Child Be a Successful Eater and Speaker. This is not limited to parents of children in special ed. Anybody is welcome to come and attend, guardians. It'll be from 6 to 7. They're going to have some giveaways and some different things. And then the traditional CPAG meeting will happen after from 7 to 7:30, and that's where anybody's welcome to come and, you know, learn and share any concerns related to special education in our district. I do have some flyers if anybody would like to grab one before we go, but that is happening tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The other announcement we wanted to share is that we are having our second annual Inclusive Resource Fair. We had it last year for the first time. We had about 20 or so local agencies that, again, service children, adolescents, and young adults with varying needs. Families were welcome to come and learn about the different services. We're having it again this year. It is scheduled for Tuesday, April 30th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., a little longer this year, so we have more time. And right now we're up to about 30 agencies that have already RSVP'd, covering everything from the different therapy services, occupational, physical, speech therapy, social skills, classes, ABA, law enforcement's going to be there, different sports programs, dance studios, summer camp options, lots of different agencies coming. So we encourage everybody to come out. It'll be in the cafeteria. Same thing, we'll have some giveaways, snacks. We will have childcare there, just like we did last year. So you can bring your kids. We'll have activities for them to do, and you can walk around and talk to different agencies and see if any of the services might be something you're looking for your own family. And I also have some flyers for that as well if anybody would like them. But we really hope to encourage the community to come out. We had a great turnout last year from the agencies, but we were hoping for more participation from the community, so we're really trying to get the word out sooner this year, because it really is a great opportunity to really get some knowledge and actually speak directly to providers, which sometimes hard to get in touch with people, so you have a captive audience, so it's good to come if you can. So we just wanted to share that information with the community and with the board and encourage you to share it. We are welcoming local communities and towns, you know, if any residents want to come as well, because we have agencies from surrounding towns. So we encourage anybody in the area to come as well. Okay.
Great. Jen, what time is the resource fair from again? I'm so sorry.
6 to 8.
Thank you. Okay.
Yep. And also at the high school. Both events are at the high school.
Perfect.
The one tomorrow is in the library. The presentation is in the library, and the resource fair is in the cafeteria.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's not us.
Thanks, Alyssa. Thank you. Thanks, Jen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to come up this evening? Okay. Oh, yeah, please come on up. Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
About it, yeah, with you. So, as I'm Shubaira Kasim, I live in Oak Grove Road, Caldwell. I have 2 daughters in Lincoln School. I have a small concern that I would love if the Board of Education can put it on the school calendar. So I don't want to each time to ask Mr. Gare to take my kids from the school for the Eid festival. It's Muslim festival. It's gonna be on. Actually, the next one is gonna be on the 9th of April. I mean, the next day after the spring break. I'm gonna miss my kids from the school. So I wonder if our community take care of that, put it in the calendar, and everybody can enjoy it with our Lincoln and our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Oh, we're good? Okay. Okay, great. So if that's it for this evening, I'm just gonna thank everyone once again for coming. Thank you, Mr. Gare, for hosting us the past 2 weeks for a wonderful presentation. Again, the note to the change to the board meeting, Wednesday, April 24th, Monday, April 29th. We're moving the troop to Washington School, so come over there, see what the Washington Wildcats have in store for us, and come see a preview of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. With that, I'll ask the board for a motion to close the public session tonight at 8:01 p.m. and enter executive session.
I'll make the motion.
And a second, please.
I'll second.
Okay, Brian?
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All against, no? Abstentions?
Nope.
Motion carried.
Great, thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful spring break.